friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Megan, and today I'm going to be sharing all of the books that I hauled in January. So you guys will be proud of me. I actually read more than I bought for once, which is really cool. And I set up a system where every 3 books I read counts for 1 book I can buy. Every 3 books I unhaul counts for 1 book I can buy, so on and so forth. I have a little system. I might do a separate video on that at another point. But I read enough to purchase 9 books, and I only purchased 8. And then I also have, I'm not including the BookBox books into that purchased. These are separate from the BookBox subscription, so I'm always gonna have 3 to 4 books from BookBoxes every month. But I also got some giveaways as well, and some ARCs and that kind of thing, so I'm gonna be sharing it all. We're gonna kick it off with the book boxes as always. So the first book box is actually a December book box. It is the Fae Crate December book pick, and it was A Deal with the Elf King by Elise Kova. This is a kingdom in which the elves take girls from Luella's village and use them to become the next elf queen. This is basically a death sentence for these girls. We are following Luella, who has been spared from this horrible fate and decides to take up herbology and become the village's healer. However, one day the Elf King himself comes for her, and now she is torn between a passion she never wanted and her friends and family back home. So it sounds so good. It sounds a little bit like A Court of Thorns and Roses, but I'm still here for it. Next is another December box, and it was the Owl Crate December book. That is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, which is a Romeo and Juliet modern retelling in, I think it's Shanghai or somewhere in that area-ish. This is an exclusive edition from Owl Crate, but I also did get an exclusive edition from Fairy Loot, and I'm trying to not accumulate so many doubles of books as much now. So I might unhaul this one. It might be a giveaway, it might be a sell, so stay tuned. Next was Lore by Alexandra Bracken, and this is mythology mixed with the real world. So I think it is 7 years, the gods and mortals go into a battle, and whoever wins gets to remain a god. And 1 year, one mortal wins and becomes a god, and now all the other gods are pitting against this mortal that won because they don't like him, because he's not supposed to be a god, that kind of thing. And it just sounds so good, and Greek mythology will always be a win for me. And this was the January Owl Crate book. And finally, the January Illumicrate book box book was Winter's Orbit by Everina Maxwell. It says, 1 match can light up an empire. Duty, politics, space princes, and rebellious royals. That's the furthest I went in my unboxing, and that's as far as I'm gonna go for this synopsis, because I really like to go into these books with not as much known going into it. Next, I have some books I got from Secret Santa swaps, and I believe I shared them in like Mythical Mail Mondays or Secret Santa swap specific videos, but I just want to go over them. One was a book from a book swap I did, and it is called The Snow Child. It's by Eowyn Ivy. It seems very much like a historical fiction adult novel, so I don't know what this is gonna be like. It's definitely out of my normal genre, but I'm excited to expand my tastes. Also received the Enchanted Forest Chronicles box set from my Reddit Secret Santa. It has all 4 books in the quartet, and it's about the misadventures of a princess who refuses to be proper, and that sounds so cute. It's definitely like a middle grade series, and my Reddit Secret Santa said it was their favorite book series when they were younger, so I'm excited to delve into this fun, quirky little series. And finally, I want a giveaway of an ARC of First Comes Like. This is coming out in February. I forget what exact date. It just says February 2021. I want to say it's like the 16th maybe, but this is the 3rd book in the Girl Gone Viral companion series. So the first one is The Right Swipe, which I have read, Girl Gone Viral, which I haven't read yet, and then First Comes Like. I'm not sure if each story, even though they're companions, builds on one another or like are in the same world and reference the characters of other books. So I'm going to try to grab Girl Gone Viral and read that before picking this up. But because I won this arc, I do want to give it a review, so expect that in the coming weeks. In this, we are following a makeup guru who accuses a Bollywood soap opera star of reaching out and trying to woo her online. It turns out that was like a fake profile, but because of this internet drama, they start talking and form a relationship. Next are all my pre-orders that I actually talked about in my most recent Mythical Mail Monday, which I will link right up above. But the first is A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Kimmerer, the third book and I believe final book of the A Curse So Dark and Lonely trilogy, which is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, both in the modern day setting and the fantasy-esque setting. And it also has a main character with cerebral palsy, which is great diversity, like disability rep. So I really enjoyed the first book and I haven't read the second one yet. Now that I have the third book, I might binge the whole series. Next was Wings of Ebony by J.L., which I tentatively pitched as The Hate You Give meets Percy Jackson, because we are following a girl whose mother has passed away, so she is essentially kidnapped by her father, only to discover that she is half god, half human. She was taken away from her sister, so she breaks the like cardinal rule and goes back to the mortal realm after discovering her powers, just to see her sister, only to realize that the black people are being turned to crime and violence, and now she needs to stop this from happening. And my final pre-order was Cast in Firelight by Dana Swift. This is the story of two rival heirs who are arranged in marriage, and they both know it's not going to work out. However, they also have secret identities in trying to control the underbelly of crime and everything going on in the like slums of this kingdom or realm, and their secret identities end up allying, not realizing that they are each other. So it's enemies to secret identity to lovers, which just sounds fantastic. So just to like rehash, I bought 3 pre-orders and then I have 5 books here that I'm going to share that I also bought. So 8 total this month of book purchases, which I'm very proud of because it's usually way more than that. First was Star Wars The High Republic, Light of the Jedi, in which we are following the effects of the Legacy Run disaster, in which the Legacy Run tried to dodge something in hyperspace and ended up causing a wreck that spread emergencies throughout the galaxy and ended up killing billions of people, and it has a multiple perspective element, and I just really loved it. You're about to see a theme here, and I'll explain in a bit. But the next is Star Wars The High Republic, A Test of Courage, which is a junior novel set in the same world, and we are following 5 lone survivors of a cruise ship luxury line disaster, and they're all children, which is really interesting, and despite it being a junior novel, it was super complex, and I also loved this one. And next is Star Wars The High Republic, Into the Dark by Claudia Gray. This is another YA novel set again in the Star Wars High Republic realm. We are following Reith, who is a, I believe, Padawan? Yes, a Padawan, and his master has encouraged him to join her at the Starlight Beacon, which is their new quest. And Reith wants nothing to do with it, but because he's a Padawan, he doesn't really have a choice. And on their way, there's some sort of wreck or emergence or disaster that causes them to be stranded at an abandoned beacon and to learn some secrets that could lead to big things happening. Next, you guessed it, is Star Wars. This is Dooku Jedi Lost, which is the backstory of Count Dooku. I believe it's his fall from the like Jedi Knight realm. I don't know Star Wars terms. I'm slowly learning, so forgive me, but yeah, I believe it's Count Dooku's fall. So you may have seen a little pattern there. That was because I'm doing a Star Wars experience in which I read the entire Star Wars canon timeline from start to finish, including everything. Comics, video games, TV shows, anything you could think. I'm doing the whole Star Wars canon timeline. I'm loving it. So that is why I've been purchasing a lot of Star Wars books. I'm gonna have a whole Star Wars bookshelf at this point, so yeah. And then my last purchase was the most recent Avatar: The Last Airbender comic library binding, which is the Lost Adventures and Team Avatar tales in one. So it's just gonna go right there on my Avatar shelf. If you don't know, this is a comic series immediately following the ending of the TV show. So I am currently rewatching the TV show with Anthony, so as soon as I finish that with him, we're almost at the end of season 1, and there's only 3 seasons, so as soon as I finish that, I'm gonna be powering through these comics because I'm so excited to get to them. But those are all the books I hauled for January. Let me know what you hauled in January, or what you're hoping to buy in February. And that is all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll check in with you in my next one. Bye, friends!